Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And we live in confusing times, ladies and gentlemen. We do. We live in very confusing times. Remember? Yeah, I remember when I was a teenager, a young teenager. I would come home from school in the 80s. 6 o'clock on, was it? Tuesdays on BBC Two. Next Gen, baby. You would watch Star Trek. You would watch Star Trek and you go, oh, that's kind of fun. I like Star Trek, right? I like Star Trek. I enjoy it. It didn't seem to be overly taxing, right? You just sat down and you watched it and it was exciting and it was different and it was fun, right? It doesn't seem to, like, you know, take up much bandwidth. I long for those simple days, right? I long for those simple days. We had, you know, this new generation of Star Trek just came. I remember when it was announced, right? Before, what, 2015, 2016. I'm like, well, this sounds awesome. Right, Brian Fuller. I think Brian Fuller is a fantastic TV maker. Wherever you want to go, like writer, director, whatever, producer. I think it's fantastic. And him doing Star Trek, I was really excited. Then he got axed in A Night of Long Knives by Alex Kurtzman. I'm like, still, you know, I love the design of Enterprise being exactly the same as the proposed, of Discovery being exactly the same as the proposed Enterprise from the never made Star Trek Phase 2 TV show, right? I loved all that, right? I thought it was all cool. I even liked Discovery when it started. I was very excited by it. I didn't mind the reimagining of the Klingons. They're still Klingons. I could tell they were Klingons, and I thought it added depth. It was interesting. That stuff strikes me like it was Brian Fuller. But then, you know, the extreme lack of talent that is Alex Kurtzman took over. And then when it came back from that break at Christmas, it was a bit, what? It was just dull. But then the second season you had, it was awful. It was just absolutely awful. And it kept being awful. After then we got Picard, that was awful. And then we got Lower Decks, that was awful. And then we got Picard Season 2. And we had an episode that was good. Is it going to happen? And Discovery just kept getting more and more and more awful, right? So in one good episode of Picard, exciting, and it was. Season 2, episode 1, what seemed like Star Trek. I liked it, right? I like Captain Rios as the captain of the Stargazer. I liked it. I thought it was fun. That was over pretty quick. It wasn't that demanding. You just sat down and you watched it, and you didn't have to, you know, you just enjoyed it, right? That's all it was. Then it went south, and then we got more Discovery. It's still awful. I stopped watching Lower Decks. They're horrible. It's awful. Then we got Strange New Worlds, and we got to a point where every 6 months we would sit round and get ready for a new Star Trek to come out and basically mourn, you know, go, oh, God, how are they going to rape the corpse of Star Trek again? Oh, no, please no more. What? Oh, don't leave the Guardian on forever alone. Don't make him a bloke. What the hell are you doing? Okay, whatever. Fine. But then Strange New Worlds happened, and I found it enjoyable. I liked it. I, in fact, liked it a lot. I'm not hopeful for the second season. I actually am thinking more it was a fluke, right? So now we have Robert Meyer Burnett saying Picard Season 3 is going to be quite good, and Discovery looks awful. So we got a couple of trailers coming out, and the simple days of Star Trek just being something you can put on and enjoy, they're gone, baby. They're gone. I watched these trailers, and I have no idea what to expect. I mean, I think Discovery's going to be awful, okay? That I think that's fair, watching the trailer. It's going to be awful. But Picard Season 3, I don't know. Dare I hope? Because it looked quite good, the trailer. Amanda Plummer looks good. Anyway, why am I doing a trailer reaction before showing the trailer? Right, why don't I do the trailer reaction with the trailer? I think I was joined in this with by Dan Hadley, Birmingham's own King of the Geeks from the Facebook channel. Please go subscribe to his channel. He's in the video notes there. Just click and subscribe. Subscribe to me as well. Like, share. All those things are good. YouTube hates me, okay? Absolutely hates me. Why? Because I generally think only women can have babies. But don't tell them! I'm wrong, YouTube. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. I don't know about these things. I think that's right. I don't know. Don't tell them. Don't tell them, okay? But they genuinely hate me because of that. They really do. We live in strange times, okay? I that's how I am. We live in strange times. So like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things to help me. Sign up to my Substack and email newsletter that we'll hopefully let you know where my content is when YouTube does finally ban me, right? When YouTube finally bans me, fine, you'll be able to find me there. But also I put out other stuff on it, like out of print, fun Doctor Who-y stuff. I should try some Star Trek-y stuff as well, put on it. So please sign up to that. I also have a paid one. This month we're giving away this graphic novel, The Imperium, a love letter to telefans of the 1960s. It's freaking awesome, mate. It's only $5 for the a month subscription. It's a steal. It's a steal. It's the sale of the century, mate. That'd be nice. So if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. So moving on to these trailers, as I said, I'm joined by Dan Hadley. Are they fantastic? I don't know. I don't want Star Trek to be confusing. I don't want Star Trek to be saying, am I going to put it on and am I going to hate it? I don't know. You, the jury, decide. So anyway, I went over the trailers for Picard season 3. It was that's basically what I'm trying to tell you. I went over the trailers for Picard season 3 and Discovery season. What is it? Season 6 billion. It seems to have gone on forever. Okay, whatever crappy piece of shit season it is, it's another one. I keep talking about the apocalypse coming. Please come before Discovery. Please come before Discovery, okay? I don't think we have much luck of it coming before... Oh, maybe, who knows? Probably could launch nukes today. I don't think we have much luck of it coming before Doctor Who. But who knows? Who knows or dares to dream? Who knows what could happen? Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment, subscribe. I've covered everything. Let me hand over to me and Dan Hadley when I was on my stream last night.
Thank you. Ooh.
Okay, so far looks like shit. Okay, I on my initial ramble intro about this, we've had one good episode over 2 seasons. Everything else has been excruciatingly bad. Right?
I didn't watch season 2.
Oh, what? The first episode was good, right? It just went nowhere. It was like, oh god, it went up the writer's own asses, right?
It looks like. Why is Picard at a lap dancing club? This looks a bit like Stringfellows, something like that.
Look. Okay, you want to hear a tragedy of my life? I got religious before I ever went to a strip club. I've never been, right? I've always regretted that, right? Never been to a strip club. So I imagine they didn't look like that. I thought they'll be more like neon glowing things. I thought the light would be different.
Yeah, there wasn't so much. It would look like that. The ones that I've been to all look like that.
If you go to a strip club like that, you want to leave a strip club like that. Like, oh god, don't eat the food in the buffet either. You'll die.
Oh, it's when you stagger out of some back door, when you're more likely thrown out of some back door, and you get out into the street and it's broad daylight. You've been in there all night. That's when you know you've had a good night. Oh, that's I've been told.
Okay.
So I've been told.
Not for me, but anyway. So far looks like shit. Okay, as I said.
Yeah, Admiral.
Okay, great effect shot. I'm glad I'm seeing a Federation ship. Okay.
Yeah.
The more you look like Star Trek, the better you will do. Somebody put in the comments, it's essentially Nemesis Redux.
I received a distress call from Beverly Crusher.
Good, okay, good intro as well. I like that. They're on a hunt for Beverly Crusher.
We are being hunted.
Who is it out there?
I don't know.
We must run.
From what?
So it seems to okay. It doesn't look bad, but it seems to be a karaoke version of, I would say, much more Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek. It seems like it's very similar to that right now.
Yeah, I agree.
So now we're introduced to the villain. The villain looks excellent.
How very precise with your timing, Jean-Luc Picard.
So Samantha Plummer, she's a strong actress.
She's been in Star Trek before, hasn't she? Was it the Next Gen?
No,
she was
her
in?
father played
Christopher.
Yeah,
but I think I could be wrong. I think Amanda Plummer was in it too, but maybe that was Babylon 5.
Hang on, I'll Google it right now. Amanda Plummer.
Patrick's looking every day of his age now, isn't he? Bless him.
No, she's plays a thing called Vadik. On her IMDb. Her character's called Vadik. She hasn't been in it before, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Now, I think, honestly, Star Trek post-TV show fell into a formula that lives and dies on its villain, right? If it's a good villain, it's a good movie. So you got Khan, you have Christopher Lloyd, but then they went away from it and fought with the whales. There's no real villain in that. It was so they went for a comedy one instead. Then 5 wasn't good. 6 was kind of like a victory lap. It was okay. I would say that. 7 didn't find its feet. 8 was excellent. The not Insurrection, First Contact. I enjoyed Insurrection, and then what's after that? Nemesis, right?
Yes, that was Tom Hardy was the villain in Nemesis.
Again, thank you for reminding me what I was doing. I was like, it's so the villain in what's it called again? One before that, Insurrection. Excellent. I mean, I think again, Star Trek lives in that.
Yeah,
it's a big element. It's not in everyone, but it's having a strong villain is an element. So I think she's a good casting for that.
Fire!
You should know that I now prefer pacifism to combat.
We're all gonna die.
Okay, I'm happy to see them back, okay?
Wow.
They are blind to something big.
It could be what it always was. Attempts on your life.
Wolf and Riker roped them into this too.
I mean, I hope they deliver this. That's the thing. Are we really going to get this, or is this going to be a bait and switch trailer? If we get this, I'm happy. Even if it's shit, I'm happy.
This looks probably like what I imagined Picard to have been like when they announced the project. To be truthful, not what we actually got.
If this is following on, and look, this is just speculation, but if this is following on from Strange New Worlds, is the ship writing in the Star Trek universe? Is the question. Well, you got Discovery coming. That looks awful. Discovery, I think Discovery is going to live in its own bubble. Although not, it's cross. It's not.
It feels like the distant relation to everything else they've got going on, and I include Lower Decks, which I can't stand. I include Lower Decks in that. Discovery looks like a total outlier now. Everything else looks like it could exist in the same place with a bit of squinting. Right. Discoveries, it may as well have been made by another studio altogether.
God. Okay, after we watch the Discovery trailer.
Oh, no. Okay. No, I'm down for that.
It's only a teaser.
Violent.
LaForge, gun it! Stay inside!
Aye, sir.
Oh, that's LaForge's daughter, apparently.
Yeah.
LaForge, gun it! Stay inside!
Aye, sir.
This looks wonderful.
All-consuming darkness.
This is what we wanted. Really?
This looks really good.
Like, finally? After you pissed us off relentlessly.
I'll peck and I'll jab. Everything that makes you. We will scorch the earth under which you stand, and the night will...
Oh, okay, that starbase was gorgeous. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, a real Parker space stock. That space
incredible.
Stock, that looks... Yeah. Okay.
So do we think that starship is the Enterprise then? Because it looks a lot like an Enterprise.
Yeah, it was... How far back was it? No, Stargazer. That's Stargazer.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen season 2, so I don't know what's happened since then.
Stargazer. Okay, watch the first episode. That's what you really need. Everything else is awful.
We will scorch the earth under which ye stand, and the night will brighten with the ash.
That was more like Voyager. Can you see? Oh, you can't see the. Is that what you get? Is there a 1701 there? That could be Enterprise.
Can't make it out, but it's beautiful, whatever it is. Huh.
That could be Enterprise.
Brighten with the ashes.
No, that's Titan. That's Riker's old ship.
Of the Federation. But first, we will have vengeance.
Fire everything we've got!
That looks like Enterprise.
Woof.
Fire everything we've got!
Actually, if I got a registration on it.
So 7 is still there, but Data
Yeah,
isn't.
you still got that her and also Raffi.
Fire everything we've
Fine, okay.
got!
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Greetings, old friends.
Moriarty, right?
Yeah.
That's
Bloody
Moriarty.
hell.
Interesting.
Wonderful. Well, that looks like it's got pretty much everything. I mean, they could have turned the lights up a little. Oh? Oh. I was going to say he's playing Law then.
Right. Colin Archer, sorry, I've been out of Star Trek since the second episode of Discovery. I would say the second season. I like the first 8 episodes of Discovery. I would recommend Strange New Worlds. They say that they seem to be turning the ship around with that, right? I'm gonna watch this until it's bad, and I will take the piss out of it after that.
Do you know? If you remember when we were reviewing Star Trek Discovery season 3, over when I was doing the Warp Drive show, right. and yourself and Keith would be on it. We did all that, and that was the last time I really watched Discovery. In fact, that was the last time I'd watched any Star Trek at all. That really broke my love for Star Trek. I was watching season 3 of The Next Generation back then. That was 2 years ago. And I stopped watching it, and I haven't reopened my Next Gen box set since then. But with Strange New Worlds, I enjoyed that so much. It's got me back watching old Star Trek again.
So okay, this is a teaser trailer, but this shows you that the
Greatest treasure.
This is just so full on Discovery, like so shit.
And the known galaxy is out there. What are you waiting for?
Let's fly.
Ugh! She's awful. Oh God. I've never seen a character that wants me to douse myself in gas and petrol and set myself on light. Do you know how expensive that is nowadays? Look, if you want to kill yourself, freeze to death. That's what I recommend this winter. That's the most economical way of going about it.
I can't work out what the hell this show even is anymore. I mean, Sonequa Martin Green is still beautiful, but
to admit they're wrong. That's all it is. They know they're wrong. They know no one watches it. They know it does badly, and they just make it out of spite because that's the type of people that they are, right? That's what, because they need to fill up minutes in a streaming service that they want to sell, right? They just want content, right? They don't give, look, we have all this content. They can't sell it. They can't get international distributor. Nobody
Looking back, mate, and Star Trek Discovery started just over 5 years ago, didn't it? And in its time on screen, across all these seasons, it's had to change to be whatever they need it to be, both politically and depending on their business model at the time, whatever streaming platform they're trying to build up or knock down, move over to. It's just been a tool for them, as you say, to keep the intellectual property kind of alive, barely alive, registering.
You know what this is? You remember when they were going to make the Doctor Who movie in the 90s with Pierce Bronson? They had the right, and they needed to film a scene they needed to film something to keep the rights, and they wrote this thing where there's going to be an earlier incarnation of him, right? So they could just get anybody to play so they could just film anything, right? That's what this is.
Yes. I believe you're right. Generally speaking, I think it's the same thing at 2020 style, where they've got so much money they don't know what to do with it all. So they'll employ all these non-talents and just keep cranking it out.
That's essentially the plan. Yeah, 1 second.
What is that? What is that that's on screen?
It looks like some kind of weapon. But okay, so this is basically Star Trek Smug. This is Matthew Pounder. He 100% right. It is Smug saying we are the best. We are right to be degenerate weirdos. Saying we are the best. This is like this. Okay. You know how liberal progressives have this weird fantasy that their ideas work out well, right? This is how they imagine their ideas working out. Their ideas, you want to know how their ideas work out? Go and look at your gas bills, right? Go and look at the energy bills. I'm telling you, I told you all to move to Israel. I wasn't wrong. We're doing better than the rest of you put together. The whole world.
I'm not remotely surprised. It seems to me like the only people who would watch Star Trek Discovery are, yeah, you're right, sort of idiots like Owen Jones, people who live in this.
And he wouldn't even watch it. It would only say it deserves to exist because it's the best. There's got to be. People have to learn how to be the best as ever. It's shit, right?
What's that expression that Piers Wenger came out with? Editorially successful. That's it.
Exactly.
It's the same with this.
It's unwatchable shit, and also it probably helps them with ESG scores, which probably helps them with other backfields. Like it probably does help with ESG a lot, right? It really ups their ESG score, which gives them a lot of advantages. ESG, by the way, is this system by which corporations are ranked according to their social wellness, right? They're and that's really the reason for that corporations have adopted like this politically correct nonsense. It's because they get better they get better lending rates essentially.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's always down to like, was it Kanye West just got booted from his bank? Is it Chase Bank? Because he wore a White Lives Matter shirt. Because yeah,
I saw him with Candace Owens wearing those shirts. I thought that he might get cop some flack over it, but for his own bank
he's been booted from his bank.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy, right?
I did hear about what PayPal were doing, and that's beyond the pale.
Oh, PayPal, they backtrack quickly with it. They down their stock's down 10%. Right?
It's only 10%.
They're doing that. It's coming back, but it really, really hurt them. Anyway, let's power. This is a quarter of the way done.
Power through.
Okay. Ship of the chicks. I mean, the stunning and brave women. Again. This is just there's this bizarre refusal to believe in gender normalcy. Right, I'm not saying women can't fly spaceships. No, I'm just saying, given freedom of choice, freedom of opportunity, freedom of choice, on average, this ship would be 30% female, 70% male. Right, that
would have to be.
Reality.
Well, you know what it's like when women spend a lot of time together. Their cycles start to sync up, so they'll all be on the blob at the same time. Who's going to fucking step up?
You know what? That's probably why they have some kind of robot.
Needs a couple of blokes in there to move in when they're all, yeah.
But by the way, Cameron Grasso says my maternal grandfather is Jewish. Doesn't mean I can convert and move to Israel. You can convert and move to Israel. Your grandfather being Jewish doesn't help. If your maternal grandmother is Jewish, you are Jewish according to Judaism. So you can move. You don't have to be Jewish to move to Israel. But instead, gas prices we're doing as good as better than anyone else. Anyway, but you know why? We've always assumed you would all stab us in the back at some point. So we got like these silos of food prepared and grain and gas and stuff like we do. It's just like we just assumed you'll turn on us at some point, right? Guess that worked out well. Anyway, the ship of stunning and brave women. Turn the lights on, darling. Oh, it's cut price Albert Alba. like non-aggressive Asian boy, like the Muppet. I call the British crew the Muppet Babies. They are the Muppet Babies. They're all soft and gentle, and they would all die in space. These are the worst people ever. Oh God!
Oh, is that asexual creature still on board? Whatever that was supposed to be, that alien.
Yeah, she's married to the trans ghost person. Oh God!
That sounds like the headline from a tabloid magazine, some sort of rag. I married a trans ghost.
Oh man!
This is one stupid series. And he, I mean, that bloke, if he hasn't got a face that you want to slap, I don't know who has. What's his name?
They're so smug and they're so proud of themselves of being, did you know I'm a homosexual? Yes, actually, I did. You did mention that every time you possibly can. He's
a terrible, terrible actor. That I can't even remember his name, Doctor, whatever his name is. And the worst thing about it, in season 3, his awfulness really dragged down Anthony Rapp, who I think is a really good actor and who was in a quite a good character at the beginning. Now he's just part of the scenery as well.
Yeah. Everyone was good characters in the first few episodes. I like the Harry Mudd. I like the Klingon.
He was great.
I thought all this was interesting. Listen, you're an expert. They'll take anything. You just go to the consulate. You can totally move it. Okay, it's crazy how easy it is. But yeah, if you want to survive the winter, move to Israel. Anyway, I digress. Let's look at this piece of shit. Wait, that wasn't a character from Discovery, was it? I mean, from Strange New Worlds, was it? Was that Nurse Chapel?
Oh, I hope not.
No.
No.
So some random. That looks like Jakar. Okay, fine. Michael Byrne, Stunning and Brave. Oh, character. Oh God! Fuck me! Bloody hell!
Yeah.
Tilly looks like a snake that swallowed a sheep.
Yeah, she's pushing maximum density now, isn't she? Bless her heart.
God, she better got caught in some kind of transporter accident. What the fuck? Oh, she's having some chocolate. Okay, good. Oh, look, it's a girl boss. Everything's gonna go bad. Girl boss. Yay! Let's jump on things and touch foreheads.
Whoa! Never a dull moment.
It's true. It's never a dull moment. It's just like gut-wrenchingly painful moments that you don't want to experience, like very, very bad moments. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.